Hey everybody, welcome back to Feed the Beast. So I've completed this building more or less. I'm liking the way it's looking here, and I think I'm going to use this same style kind of for the rest of the base, because we have a more or less infinite supply of nether quartz. So I'm just going to extend that, I think. First thing we should take a look at is over here. The agriplex is gone. In its place is this building. And the reason I took out the agriplex is because it wasn't really doing what I needed it to do efficiently, because, you know, we had the 44 floors with 11 crops per floor, and most of the time all of those were inactive. So it was just this massive setup that wasn't really being used at all. You know, once in a while I'd want one crop, and I couldn't get it, you know, I'd have to wait for this one row of plants to grow. So here I can plant, you know, a whole field of one crop if I wanted one single crop. Or I can put multiple ones in here. It's 15 wide. It's the exact same setup down at the back here. There we go, you can just look in there. We got the igniter down there. There's the steam engine. It's running the fan, so that all works the same. I think it looks better with all this quartz. I got these little lights up here to make sure all the plants have light. This is kind of a backstop and temporary, because I think there's a better way to do this, but I don't think we're going to do it this episode. But we have the, you know, the Tinker's Construct, or the Tinker's Mechworks drawbridges. And I'm getting a lot of blowover. I'm getting a lot of these things coming over and then, you know, filling up this side with all the spillover kind of thing. So I think maybe if we put a roof on this portion with the drawbridges, you know, if we had 15 drawbridges full of glass or something, they could just extend it, and it would make, I assume it would stop when it hits the back wall, or extend it from the back to the front, kind of like a retractable roof on a stadium sort of thing. So that's kind of what the plan is for here. And it's working well. It's working great. I'm getting a lot of stuff out of here, more than you would have gotten if you just had one row of these nether plants, for example. I tore down the walls of the power plant. I think in the long term we're going to switch to a different kind of power. We've got, you know, everything's full. We got all the blaze powder we need, all the glowstone we need, and we could run this for a while just on the reserves that we have now. But I don't know, you know, when they fix the the watering can autonomous activator working with magical crops, which I assume they're going to do, this whole thing might not be viable anymore. So we'll have to figure out something else to do with that. I might tear down the kind of the building for the Tinker's Construct stuff there and replace it with some kind of a quartz building. I don't know, I just like the style. Over here, I've been playing around with Mystcraft. I've only gone to 2 different places, but I wanted to get a Mystcraft kind of quarry age set up for us, because I know some of the people here, I know Niall wanted one, Cosmic I think wanted one. So I've been working on that. This is the building that I'm doing it in. I may move the Mystcraft stuff to spawn just so that everybody can use it in one place and I can keep track of, you know, what ages are or aren't being used. Just so, you know, like, for the server kind of cleanup side of things, so I can delete ones that aren't necessary anymore. Save some space on that side. But I've already gotten a lot of pages. These are all individual pages. And then there's more in here. So these are all biomes. These are the native controllers, island, flat, void. I'm still missing some. Fortunately, this age here, Test World 2, wasn't, you know, actively hostile, so I was able to do... Oop, take that back. I was able to do a fair bit of exploration there and go to a bunch of the libraries, get a bunch of the pages. But I think we can do better. I would like to get some Mystcraft villages, because we have an infinite supply of emeralds, so I don't have to worry about stocking up on emeralds. And I've set up a little place in here, so let's get these safari nets out. I've captured 4 villagers, zombies. Is that still a villager zombie? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Okay, he's still good. I'm just gonna pop these guys in here. And let's try to convert them. Now, we need potions of weakness for that, and I think I have this auto brewer set up with everything we need. We need the netherwort, the fermented spider eye, and the gunpowder to make a splash potion of weakness, I believe. So if we just put the water bottle there, it'll start doing its work. Should create an awkward potion. There we go. And then this one should make a weakness potion. There we go, potion of weakness. And this one should make it splash, and then we have some golden apples. There we go. Okay. So, I'm thinking that we should be fine. Because I know if you try to turn a zombie while it is kind of in the presence of other zombies, it might not turn. But I don't know if that's just if they can reach it, or if it's just in a radius. We're gonna give this a try. So, splash potion of weakness on this guy. I think it hit him. We can't give him the apple. Maybe that was in the way. Let's make another one. Maybe we have to get, like, right up here to get it at him. Because he didn't seem to react, and I don't know if it would tell us in the little HUD thing in the top left if anything had happened to him or not. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Mine Factory Reloaded spawner, and we're just going to breed up a whole bunch of villagers. Like, we don't even need to breed them. We'll just spawn a whole bunch of them. And we should get some Mystcraft ones that way. Let's try this guy. There we go. I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's changing. Right on. Alright, let's get another one. And let's go get another bottle of water. There we go. Oh, keep the meat. Okay. We can put... You can have as many in here going at one time. Yeah, there we go. As you have slots kind of over here for the water. So there's another splash one. Let's toss this in. There we go, there we go. Let's do this guy. Nice. And our final potion. Nice. Okay. Theoretically... Okay, he's still shivering. He's still shivering. I think that indicates that they're doing their thing. Okay. So let's leave them alone for a sec. We need a safari net. I'm going to take the launcher. We need these ones. Now, in between episodes, I went to the nether, obviously, and I got gas tiers. And made gassed plants. So we have those available. Now that we can fly, it makes things so much easier. And ender pearls. There we go. So we're going to need... Well, you know what? We'll get 4 of them. Why not? I'm sure we'll use them. So now we just need to wait for these guys. So I'm going to sit here and wait for these guys to turn, and when they do, I will be right back. Okay, our villagers have been created. We got 2 of these guys. This guy's selling rubber saplings, and this guy is selling safari nets. And then we got a doctor who is selling... Logic Matrix Programmer. I always see this. What is it from? Does it tell us what it's from? Logic Matrix Factorization. See, I never understand what this thing is for, because this put together makes one of them? You need one to make one? Oh, you can... Oh, okay, we can use it in these things. Alright. Well, fine. We probably won't look at that. And this guy's selling a Bane of Arthropods Iron Axe. Great. Anyway. So let's capture these guys. Oh, capture mode. And you need the gun, kind of, to actually capture them. Otherwise, like, if you just run up to them with the safari net, you just do trades. Oh, you can catch them like that if you shift. Perfect. That makes things a little bit easier. There we go. Okay. Now, we need... Actually, you know what we need? We need some bottles of enchanting. And to make that, we're going to... I have 17,000 slime essence, so we're just going to do this, and that'll get us a whole bunch of bottles of enchanting. Let's just set this up somewhere here, because I don't really... Yeah, I guess we could dig a little hole for them. Right here seems good enough. There we go. Oh, the ME cable's right there. Okay, maybe not right there. Okay, we'll move over a little bit here. Works for me. Okay, so let's dig a little spot right there, and we'll put the auto enchanter, which I've already made, or the auto spawner, and for that you just need one of these machine frames, a reception coil, some emerald, some magma cream, plastic, and nether wart. All easily found. So that's the spawner. We also need to power it. And that is over here. Redstone energy cell, there we go. Filled up. We'll just pop that down underneath it for now. Or right next to it, I guess. So, boom. It isn't getting any power yet. Or yet. And now it is. Okay, so it's full of energy. Now, let's get down below this. There we go. We'll go over one more. Dig our way out. And we're going to set up a sewer right there. Let's run a fluiduct over there. Just like that. There we go. They connect. So, if we put a sewer right here, and we'll set up an actual place for this at some point. I just want to get the Mystcraft guys for now. Let's fill over this. And get our bottles of enchanting. There we go. Looks like they're kind of going into the sewer. Yeah, they're disappearing into it. Perfect. Okay, so how much did that get us? So this thing's full. This thing is empty, so it's all in the pipe. Well, that's fine. Okay, so it's ready to go. Let's pop a villager in there. Oh, we got a blacksmith. And a butcher. And a green guy. And there's the one we want. Mystcraft villager. We'll just let it do its thing here for a couple minutes. Oh, we got two of them. Not bad. How many are we going to get out of this? Quite a few. It doesn't take that much mob essence to spawn these guys. There we go. Maybe we'll have to build some houses for them or something around here. Is it out of essence now? Looks like it. Okay. Well, looks like I can do probably one more. Let's pop another bottle of enchanting down here. Did we get that? I think we picked up that XP. No, into the hole. There we go. Looks like it did work. Okay. Anyway, now we need to separate these guys. Let's dig another little hole over here for the Mystcraft guys. Right here. How about... oh, by the way, another thing I should probably show you. These things over here, these are Magnum Torches. Right there, there's one. I set a whole bunch up around the island. There's another one over there. There's another one over there. I think there's one under that hill and another one over by the zombie thing. But Magnum Torches. Are you tired of putting down fields of ugly torches? Well, with this one very expensive torch, you can prevent all mobs from spawning within a 64-block radius regardless of light level. This will not affect custom mob spawning such as dungeon spawners or cursed earth. So, basically, within 64 blocks of one of these torches, nothing can spawn. None of the enemies, so we can't get any zombies or that spawning around here to kill these guys. So we're actually pretty safe. Pretty safe. Okay, let's separate some of these guys. Let's dump these ones out. There we go. And we no longer need that one. Let's grab that guy. Let's get these things off our hotbar. Is there another one in here? Yeah, right there. There we go. Okay, so we got our Mystcraft guys. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we just need to get some emeralds, and let's dump some of this stuff into our storage system. So we don't need these on us now. We don't need the bottles or the pipes or those. Emeralds. Ooh, we can make a lot of these things. Let's get rid of the gun. I don't need the wrench right now. There we go. And you know what? Let's leave the torches here too. Let's make a whole bunch of these. There we go. Put them in. We'll convert all of them into emeralds, since there's not really any other use for them. There we go, and we'll take those emeralds out. So we have a whole bunch of emeralds. Oh, okay. Alright, Mystcraft villagers, what do you got for me? This guy is selling thick shrubland. This guy is selling Twilight Clearing. 0 length. Slow weather. Well, may as well just start working through them again. So I'm going to do a bit of trading with them and see what I get out of them. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've done some trading with him. I've gone through quite a few emeralds here, but this is the one you want. If you can get a villager that has this trade, this is the one to take. Gives you a notebook, which... Oh, throwing my emeralds away. He gives you a notebook, and it contains a whole bunch of pages that are kind of randomly determined, so you could get an amazing deal in here. I got one with diamond ore blocks. This has 2 tendrils, Skyland, Normal Moon, Kelp Forest... Extreme Hills. I don't know if I had that one yet. Totally worth it, though, if you can get the guy to sell a notebook to you here. What do you got? Silver color. Rainbow. Take that. What do you got? Savannah. Alright. Netherrack. Anybody got another notebook? You? 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 No. All cheap stuff, though. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit more of this trading. And then maybe we'll take a look at something else here. So I will be right back once more. Now this one here is interesting. Potion of Night Vision block. It seems like in some of the other worlds you can get water that is actually made up of potion material. I don't know what the best way to transport it would be. Or how you would, you know, turn it into something you could drink. I wonder if you could drink a bucket of it. I don't know. Because I don't think there's any way to actually load liquids into a bottle with a machine. Something to think about, though. If you could generate, you know, kind of an infinite supply of a good potion, that'd be neat. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on keeping on here. So I will be back once more. Okay, so I've got all the worthwhile trades that I can find out of these guys, and I've got a whole bunch of them. I got several pages here of new things to add. I'm just waiting for this to power back up so that I can get the little ME system over at the Mystcraft thing going again. In the meantime, Nord and I went into the Twilight Forest the other day, so I'm going to show you a little trailer. Those are what the next 2 episodes are probably going to be, me and him playing around in there. So enjoy, and I will be right back.
You guys are so stupid.
You missed the best thing in the game. I can't believe you found 2 of them. Damn you, cadmium.
I almost stepped into that.
Yeah.
I really don't want to get shot with that thing.
Yeah. It made a great scream when it died, though, did it? Like,
yeah.
Well, that's kind of a disappointing.
Yeah. So that's going in the golden bag. Well, viewers, this episode's going to be spliced together.
Yeah, there's going to be some editing. Let me get the wood and the stone slab out of here. Thanks for the treasure, Twilight Forest. Oh, here's another one.
Ow.
Yeah, you need to not...
But now I know what your gun does.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Cadmium ore.
Oh, yep, that's going to blow up.
Oh, nice, you took out one of the slimes.
I don't know, I can't see it. Ow.
You cannot kill me, Minotaur, for I can fly.
And you cannot. So
also, I have a gun. Man, I bet this is great video looking into the pitch blackness in here. So I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing that. We're probably going to do some more stuff like that in the future. Hopefully we can get Cosmic in on it. And Niall, he's having some computer problems, but if we can get him on that, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Another place I'd like to go check out is the Promised Land, which I think comes from Biomes of Plenty. And I'm not sure... Promised Land Portal, yeah, Biomes of Plenty. I think you have to make some kind of special wand or something for that. Anyway. So, I've been kind of planning out what the mining age will be, and I think I've put enough modifiers and whatnot in here to crowd out any potential problems. I don't think there's a lot of room for the generation system to add anything on its own. So we have Extreme Hills Edge, just so that there's going to be, you know, emeralds in there somewhere for sure. And then Jade Cliffs, just because why not? It looks kind of similar. Large biomes, you need 3 of the biome modifiers for that. Gonna try to make it flat world. I don't have standard terrain generation, the page, for whatever reason. So I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. Bright lighting, no weather, boundless sky. Purple navy sunset, why not? East for the sun, full length, can start rising. Then west, setting, full length moon. Green, normal stars, why not? Natural sky. Navy, silver for the night sky. There's no natural night sky color, apparently. Natural grass, natural water, fog, cloud. Ravines, caves, just so that it's not going to screw up the, any of the terrain generation modifiers. And then villages, strongholds, because that might be a problem. I'm hoping that one isn't going to introduce a whole bunch of instability. But that could be fun. And we don't have a dungeons one, unfortunately. Some water block surface lakes. I'm going to put a starfisher in there just for safety. And we have clear modifiers, which should make everything work out there. So, how do we bind this? I thought we just put the leather in there. And then we should be able to... What am I missing? Oh, I know. We need, what are these things? We need a link page. Which is just... Where do we put that? Here? Yeah, there we go. Link panel. So if we put the link panel there. There. Oh, do we have to put it at the beginning of this thing? I hope not. I don't want to take all this stuff out. Oh, I think we did, didn't we? Can we move it? Oh, we can. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's go all the way back to the start. There we go. Boom. Boom! Descriptive book. Okay. Pop that baby right there. Fingers crossed! Oh, that was quick. That was faster than I expected. Night sky looks nice. That's, what, silver navy or something like that? Looking good. Okay. So we're in a Jade Cliffs flat world. I do not immediately see any terrible... Oh no, there it is. So that was what, random explosion or just lightning? If it's just lightning, that's fine. I can live with that. That, and we got an extra moon, so it added another moon. But it doesn't look like there's any terrible instability, which was the primary concern. Wait, what's this? Oh, those are flowers, okay. But there's none of the kind of the world-eating instability I don't see anyway. And that was my main concern. Yeah, we can kind of see down there. It doesn't look like there's anything growing. Well, I think this is livable. I think this could work. That lightning isn't really a problem. In fact, if somebody wanted to figure out a way to do it, they could probably come here and set up one of those lightning rods. Or is that Greg Tech? We don't even have lightning rods, do we? Lightning? No. Alright. Well, that's fine. Okay, I think we actually have a workable mining age. So I guess I'll go... Ooh, and one of these things. Let's check this out while we're here, then. Blast our way in with the matter cannon. This thing is awesome, by the way. Boom. Did we bring torches? No, we didn't. That was maybe foolish of us. You know what? I'm just gonna break the spawners. There we go. I'm sure there'll be more. There we go. And what's shooting at me? Him? There we go. Is that everybody? I hear more, but I don't see more. Fine. So what do we get? Steel boots, some ender pearl dust, tin ingots, a steadfast drone, I'll take that. I do want to get into bees. A whole bunch of canola seeds, some iron scrap. Standard binding... Oh, blood magic, okay. I haven't looked at that yet. And an oblivion frame. Fair enough. I'm gonna grab this XP, too. Cool. Okay. So there's probably a ton more of these around with the flat world. They should be easy enough to find. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we could see one from here if we had the render distance up. What is that? Oh, just a spring. Just a spring. I don't understand the point of these. Is there anything at the bottom of them? I can only go so far. I should really get the squid... the squid ability from Advanced Genetics so we can breathe underwater. I'm gonna go back up. Alright. Okay, so I think maybe we'll end the episode here. Next time, I have some thoughts. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. Oh, we can get quarried stone here, too. Right on. That's nice to see. That's just basalt, okay. Okay, so yeah, we're getting to the end of the episode here. Once again, I'm Nightcat. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the next few videos with Nord. I'll see you later. Take care.